Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to The Flash. I am behind on this one. Sorry guys, I'm behind by a couple weeks now. This is episode 2, which is called A Flash of Lightning. So on the premiere, we obviously had a handful of things happen, not a ton really, but the major things we got out of it was that Iris and Barry realizing that they're not quite over the Nora situation yet and that they need to grieve it in their own time. Also, we saw that there was a side story with Caitlin and Killer Frost and basically allowing Killer Frost to have her own good times in life or whatever. And then we saw, of course, the biggest part was the ending where we had, his name came in and then left again. The guy who holds the Book of Destiny. It came in my head. I'm so mad that the Monitor. There we go. The Monitor showed up and basically told Barry that he was going to die, or at least that the Flash has to die in order for the rest of everything to live. And that basically, if you look at the headline that has been showing up off and on since season 1, that the timeline has been bumped up to December of this year. So without further ado, let's get into this episode and see what goes down, and we will chat after. Okay, let's go.
So I'm gonna go see this crisis for myself.
Didn't we talk about time travel before, Barry?
I promise. Too late.
That's disgusting.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Ew, do you lay eggs in him or something?
There are used tissues on this. Okay?
Only used in the sense of art.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Iris' outfit.
December 11th, 2019.
Disruption barrier detected.
Not allowed. Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Fortunately, there's an expert in the field, Dr. Jake Eric, formerly known as the Flash of Earth 3.
Well, why didn't you say so? What's up, other daddy?
Lucky you have speed healing, or that scratch could have wiped you out of existence.
So is there a way that I can time travel past the barrier?
You want to tell me why the hell you were time traveling?
Exactly, ma'am. Have we not been through this for 5 seasons?
I've already had to postpone my dinner plans.
Not any further, I hope.
Mom, why would you marry this woman? Why would he do that?
Allegra might not have done this. And I told Judge Hankerson there was new evidence in Allegra's case. Okay, guys. All we have to do is find it.
Look at this. Team investigation. I'm about it.
I always come prepared.
So cute. What are you doing there?
Do I remind you of anyone from your Earth?
Maybe.
Jay's helmet will help channel the tachyons into your frontal cortex and ignite your synaptic pathways.
He's like, I'm not wearing that hat. It's ridiculous. That is... All right.
It's risky. I know.
And when has that ever stopped Barry? Or common sense, or just sense? Okay, what's all this? Antimatter is what kills everybody? Nuts! Oh, Cisco's void! Cisco's void! Sorry. Oh, hell no. If he sees Iris go, that's it for him. Oh, no. Yep.
It's billions of them, and Barry's mind is experiencing them all.
Is that healthy? I feel like that's not healthy. Oh. Okay, that's not a good outcome. Barry? You okay, Bear? Oh, you're so lucky Iris isn't there.
Like a fast flittering meteor. A fast flying.
I think I preferred when they played Lady Gaga.
A flash of the light. He passes from life to his rest in the grave.
What, are you reading my rights right now, girl? But I'm still breathing.
Barry.
Relax.
I've discovered that poetry can stimulate collapsed neural pathways.
Lady Gaga usually works for me.
Because you're a speedster, your synapses fire 10 times the normal rate. So you're feeling 10 times the amount of pain a non-speedster would.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? Give me some morphine, woman!
He got a sunburn.
Yeah, from hell. Look at his face.
Oh, my poor melanin poor man.
Your job is to prosecute the cases that we bring to you using the evidence.
I mean, it's like you don't even want to be the DA.
I was about to say.
Your husband stared at me that same way when we first met. Thank you.
Can you please portal in the hallway? I just put everything down. I can't have things blowing all over the place. Thanks.
I saw a billion future summers.
Okay, well what about the billion in first or billion in second?
I mean, did nobody watch Infinity War? Come on.
You said this morning that you weren't giving up yet.
That was before I saw A Million Futures, woman. I'm dying.
How did you get hurt, Bear?
Exactly. Let's talk about this.
Your emblem, they're symbols of the strength that we're charged with to get back out there. And we don't make the choice to die. We would never choose to do that. But when we hear the call of duty, we're willing to make that sacrifice.
What if the call of duty is to die?
Calling all White Walkers. You know what?
Listening to
Love
that.
it.
You mean these freaking alerts? Yeah, see, I handled the situation and prevented us from being sucked out of existence by a giant death vacuum. What did you do with your Tuesday?
I love him. Yeah, you almost died for that. Don't mock her.
Try.
The witness ID'd you off that tap.
But Esperanza's dead. There's no way it could be her. I mean, it's impossible. Right?
Nope. Ma'am, you can see radio waves with your eyes and you're saying, okay. Oh, digging the outfit. Okay. Get over here. That's right. Joe ain't playing with you. Ooh, the superhero landing. I'm also thinking you should be able to phase through this, Barry. Bitch.
In a few days, it'll be tan.
I'm just glad to be alive.
Poor Caucasians.
Yo. What'd you put in these painkillers?
Oh.
3 bedtime songs by Lil Jen's family.
We haven't seen Jenna for a minute now. She's gonna be 35 by the next time we see her.
What's wrong?
I don't want to be Dia anymore. Say it.
Hi. I'm looking for Iris West Allen.
Oh, she's gonna be a protege. Can we have an agreement about not shooting us with ultraviolet rays, though, please?
Well, I couldn't let you leave without saying goodbye. And I know it hasn't been under the best of circumstances, but...
This is so cute because it's like Iris finally gets to meet like her in-laws, you know, like properly.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Barry Allen.
Oh, Barry needs this hug.
You ready?
Yes.
What did I tell you about opening portals in the living room?
If my death is the only way to save the universe, to save you,
He's gonna do it.
I'm willing to do that.
Whatever we do next, let's make it count.
Fair enough.
Start by preparing the team for this crisis.
I think she was thinking about something a little more personal.
Getting biopsy.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Substance could have been absorbed into victims' veins prior to death.
Oh, sure. Wasn't the fact that you stabbed a giant gross tentacle arm into him at all. Oh, hell no. Nuh-uh. Not today. Hey, the way I see it's fair is fair. You know, you kill me, I kill you. We just play this dance forever. All right, guys, that was episode 2, which was called Flash of Lightning. Interesting. The whole thing with Barry traveling consciously into the future and seeing that there is some massive antimatter explosion that takes out at least his Earth and all the people he cares about, but potentially that of other Earths is dark, to say the least. Probably one of the darkest things that we've dealt with in The Flash. I'd say like up until then, season 4 with The Thinker was some pretty dark stuff, but this is probably the most bleak thing we've heard. I mean, yes, obviously the season where Iris was potentially going to die, and we've had other things where, you know, things were pretty grim where Barry could have died, but this isn't just about Barry dying. This is more about the idea of the whole universe, I guess, or something of that magnitude dying or being taken out by something if Barry doesn't give up his life. So that's a lot. That's heavy. That is a burden and a half to carry, and it's probably the heaviest thing that Barry's had to carry thus far. And I think, again, I'm not surprised. Grant executed the scenes beautifully. He is a wonderful dramatic actor, and I've said about 1 billion times that he should be given far more opportunities to show off his acting chops outside of course, the comedy and the brightness and the stuff that we've seen a lot of in the past seasons. I don't want this whole season, however, to be super drab, because I feel like a lot of season 3 was super like sad and depressing with the idea of, you know, Iris almost dying and Barry being so focused on the future and the Savitar stuff and all of that. I don't really want that gloominess again, but at the same time, I'm glad that, you know, if you have something with this level of gravitas, it can't be too, there needs to be a good balance. You know what I mean? We need to make sure that Barry is shown to be experiencing the weight of such a massive thing, but at the same time, like I said, I don't want this to be a whole season of sadness. And if it turns out, which I'm really glad at the end they showed that, you know, Barry at the moment is thinking that there's no other way. He can't think of any other way. He's the only way he knows how so far is to go in the future. He's seen nothing change. The Monitor was foiled before, so that's one thing that they seem to be forgetting. But at the moment he's thinking, okay, if my life, my one life, while it's very loved and appreciated by a lot of people, if my one life is what is the trade-off for billions, trillions potentially, if you're thinking of the multiverse, then I'm willing to make that sacrifice. And I like that Joe kind of put it in perspective for Barry, because I love Iris, but and I understand where she's coming from, because she was been through so much with Barry, the whole, willing to martyr himself and disappearing nonsense that he's done off and on throughout the years. But her saying that him accepting this was giving up, I don't think was necessarily fair, but I get it. She was, as I said, coming from a place that's very understandable. But I'm glad that Joe was able to put it in perspective for him, and that it's not a matter of choosing to die or choosing to give up. It's a matter of realizing that if you've taken on the mantle of protector, then that means, if that means that dying is part of that, then that's what happens, right? You're not saying I'm looking to die, but if what you're doing to protect what you love, or, whatever the case may be, if it comes down to dying, then that's not you choosing death, that's you choosing love to protect the people you love. So I think that really helped Barry to accept it and not feel like he's letting Iris down. And I'm glad at the end he didn't just, because I was afraid he would do what he's done in past seasons, where he just kind of says what Iris wants to hear and then he'd go off and do things behind her back. So I'm really glad that he just said to her right there, like, look, I'm not choosing to die, babe, but if that's what it comes down to save everyone, including you, I have to do it. Like, it's gonna be what happens, because that's what I do as the Flash. So I'm glad that Iris kind of heard that, that now that she's had some time to calm down, she can hear that and be like, okay, you know what? Then if that's what it comes down to, let's do what let's make the time we do have left, if that's what it comes down to, count. And that's what's really the important thing here. And we saw that in the season where Iris thought she was gonna die, right? At the end, she accepted it and she wanted to do all these things and experience all these things and live in the now, so that it wasn't wasted. It was a good episode in the sense of, like I said, that heaviness that Barry's gonna have to deal with, and giving us, again, a bigger picture of what we can expect throughout the season. As far as the stuff with the side quest, I thought it was kind of cute to see Cecile and all the investigative people in Team Flash have something cool to do. But yeah, other than that, I feel like it was a pretty okay episode in that regard. But overall, pretty good. I am definitely looking forward to watching more this season. What did you guys think of the episode, and how do you feel about this whole choice of Barry's to just let this whole thing happen with Crisis on Infinite Earth? Please leave your comments below. I know it's a week late, but hey, if you got opinions, I want to hear them. And if you like this video, guys, please click like, and if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time,